When it comes down to approaching education within my community, now that I'm on the educator side of things, the first word that comes to mind is transformative, meaning productive change. That is something that I advocate and strive for every day in education. It's important to realize that how we approached education 20 years ago, honestly, even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, we can't always keep those same concepts that we did back then. But because society evolved, then of course education is going to evolve. When approaching education in my community, the first word that comes to mind is transformative, meaning impactful change. We have to keep in mind that what was done 20 or 10 years ago, we can't keep every approach from back then and apply it to the present tense of education now. I believe that with the high rate of low test scores and failing students versus the lower rates of college and career readiness, it's important that we shape education and shape the curriculum to students' interests and inspire them every day to push through education, emphasizing the importance of a high school diploma and a college degree. I would definitely say that a declining population definitely resulted in lack of funding or limited funding and limited resources. Despite all the battles and challenges that the district have, I will say that we are moving towards a more positive approach. Yes, we have a declining population, and we all know that the more students that you have, the more funding that you do receive from the state. But I think that we are still moving towards a progressive era for the district overall. Although we know that Pine Bluff has a declining population, which means that the district has declining enrollment, I will say that over the years, I went from teaching 30 students per class to 15, sometimes 10. Now, how does that affect me personally on the instructional side? I'm able to spend more one-on-one time with my students in the classroom versus me trying to thin myself out, trying to make sure I spend a few minutes here with all 30 students. So I guess that's kind of a personal pro for me. Just having those smaller classes, I'm able to actually spend one-on-one time with all of my students versus when I did it years ago and I had like 25 to 30 students in the classroom.